Is there anybody else wish to speak tonight? Anybody on Zoom and over?
Yes, we have a few hands raised. Sylvia, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I would like to draw the public's attention to the Buccola versus Boucher federal case, available on PACER for public viewing. In this case, Mr. Rehrig, in his private capacity, is a defendant. Mr. Rehrig and the city of Carmel attempted to be represented by the non-local, LA-based firm of Carpenter Rothins Dumont. As counsel for Carpenter Rothins Dumont, Mr. Rothins and Mr. Redford both failed to formally appear, and Mr. Redford made the staggering blunder of forgetting to become admitted to practice within the Northern District. This allegedly cost Mr. Redford his 20-year partnership with the firm. The firm then withdrew Mr. Redford from the case and replaced him with Mr. Fay, who may have committed perjury at least once in defense of Mr. Redford, and Ms. Teixeira, who also failed to become admitted to practice within that court, making the identical error as Mr. Redford. At document number 283, the public can read for themselves Judge Cousins' own words that Carpenter Rothins Dumont, the entire firm, is now under investigation for, quote, the firm's appearances in this case, but also with the firm's adherence to the local rules in all matters in which they appear before the court. In sum, the court remains concerned that the actions of Redford and Teixeira in this matter reflect a water pattern or practice of unprofessional conduct at Carpenter Rothins and Dumont LLP. Because the court has caused to believe the attorney's unprofessional conduct occurred during their employment with the firm, the court refers Carpenter Rothins and Dumont LLP to the Standing Committee on Professional Conduct for the Northern District. The Standing Committee can investigate further and implement a remedial plan or other disciplinary measures as it deems appropriate, end quote. We don't have any judge in this case to thank for his or her due diligence in policing the court. We don't have Carpenter Rothins Dumont to thank for any timely confessions of these errors. We don't even have our own city council to thank for being mindful of its own affairs. We have Ms. Buccola to thank for her due diligence in discovering these errors within her own case. And I'm not sure if Mr. Rehrig is aware of some of the potentially false claims that this same firm made on his behalf regarding why he could not appear himself at the settlement conference in which Ms. Buccola requested. And remember, people, you paid for this, and I yield.
Thank you. Next speaker.